pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you will remain standing, we didn't recognize Bob Schultz. He passed away. We lost our ex-alderman, city employee, just a month ago, Boway, and then
Henry Kaufman.
Franklin and Henry Kaufman. All used to be aldermen or city officials. So I'd like to know them as solemn prayer to them. Roll call.
Alderman Zenduda.
Here.
Alderman Annette Hacker here. Alderman Brendan Thompson.
Here.
Alderman Kelly Burton, sorry. Here.
Approve of the agenda.
And make a motion to approve, for the approval of the agenda.
I second that motion.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion for
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Nobody signed up for public forum.
No one finished business.
No unfinished business. Probably a whole bunch of unfinished business, but ain't nothing we do but talk about it. No new business. Departmental. I think you wanted to. Police department.
He said he apologizes for not being able to attend my shift at the other agency against the 6th. He said in December I responded to 11 calls for service, including harassment calls, traffic stops, and ordinance violations. Since the first of the year, I have been notified of 2 calls for service. The St. John Sheriff's Department has assisted all while I was not available. He was at his other job in St. Louis, one including a sudden death.
He was here today.
Yeah.
I don't know how long, but I know he was here.
But other than that, he said everything else is gone.
Okay. Police department, but that was it. Fire department.
We turned and had to replace some strobe lights and a strobe modular on 42. Right now we are replacing our scene lights. We're going from DC to AC lights on 41 due to wiring and the batteries and everything. We decided to be a lot easier to run off generator like we do with 42. The other thing, we're getting ready to order the material to finish, start on our meeting room, getting it all ready to go to be 10. We got all the measurements on that, so all the 10 will be ordered for it, and the lights and electricity and everything that we're putting into it. Hopefully here by the end of the month, next month, we'll start on that. We've had 2 calls. We had 1 med call this month, and we had a structure fire to assist St. John, and that's basically all I have on.
Ed?
Yeah.
Street.
I noticed on Sycamore and Second, the ditch that we talked about, it's cleaned out really well. We can see the opening of the drain, but it still sits in a little bit of hole. And if it could be dug out a little bit more, it would probably drain better. You know, if it was like that.
I guess it's my fault. I don't know whose fault, but we have had a lot of equipment problems this last few days. I hadn't got a hold of it because everything was getting took care of, but we've had a lot of problems with the tractor, but we finally think we got it figured out. It wasn't that part.
No.
I think Dennis talked to you.
Yeah, he talked to me about it.
It was selling, I mean, a heat cell.
It was a heat sensor.
And the the original spreader on the dump truck. The house Alderman Bud, yesterday, for the last couple of days, Dennis got one of the old ones out, put it on there, ain't been started in 5-6 years, I guess. Ever since I had the red, white truck. And he run like a charm as far as it's a lot smaller than the one, but it will be able to spray cinders. And in the near future, I work with you, we're gonna get that white truck back out, the old one, and we're gonna put that spreader on it. That white truck, all get days, it just needs belts and things. It was parked because they thought the frame was into, and it's got some damage, but mostly the body parts. But it'll work good to back up the spreader, because we would have been in trouble if we hadn't got that one going, if we had any ice out there, and we're bound to get some bad streets out of it coming up. The plow worked good. Well, it worked good, it only worked one way, but it worked good and up and down.
And on ice, do you guys rely on cinders alone?
Huh?
On ice, do you rely on cinders and sand alone, or do you salt, or?
Well, we still got salt and calcium to mix with the cinders, do it, but I know that the cinders and things does pretty good job. A lot of times if you melt that stuff and freeze back, then it's slick on top of it. And I'm not sure that, if it's warm enough for calcium to do good, but if it gets to the point where it freeze back, you're slicker than you would be if you didn't use it. But the cinders and things, I don't know what Frankie feels about it.
Basically, we just put cinders down to get friction, but I mean, the thing about it is we do put salt and calcium whenever the temperature drops down to a certain level, because calcium ain't gonna work after, 20 degrees anyway, so salt works around, 30 degrees, so it's just one of the deals. If it's, depending on what the weather, the habit of the weather's gonna be, then that's when we start adding things to it. I mean, mostly you just need your cinders to get friction. I mean, the cinder's gonna go into the snow better than the ice then.
But we do have some around now, we got some intersections and things that are getting real slick or something, and the temperature for it will do good, we could put something down.
Okay.
I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like this last little bit of snow when we got it. I was out checking the roads to see what's going on. I already knew the temperature was gonna jump up there, so I knew we didn't really need to put nothing down. So, I mean, it was, heck, by 1 o'clock in the morning, the road was clear again, so it melted off, so.
Well, they said the temperature was gonna rise at night, and it did. Sometimes they're right.
Sometimes.
Most times, just when they look out the window and tell you what it's doing, they're right.
I need that job.
But they do something. Is that it? I don't have no more.
Yeah.
No, I ain't got nothing on the street.
And water, wastewater department.
Water sample's been coming back in, not going well. Haven't had no issues. Hope I say that way with the cold weather getting ready to come in.
So we got some cold weather coming.
Basically negative weather coming in this coming week, so my suggestion to everybody, if you think you're gonna freeze, let the faucet drip a little bit. I mean, it's gonna be from a meter freezing up on here or something, so.
That's why I worry about the meters more than anything. Most times
I mean, normally 9 times out of 10, the meter's got a frost plate on them. It's gonna bust the bottom of that meter first, but once it's all back out, there's a lot of water pushing into that meter pit. So we had that incident a few years ago, and so I don't want to see that happen no more. And basically we maintain the meter, but residents need to maintain the insulation in the meters. I mean, that's part of their
Okay, good, because we put
duty on the
insulation
city,
in ours.
so yeah.
All of ours.
Because I mean, we can't just go around and put insulation in everybody's meter. I mean, frost line to 18, but it's on inches, but sometimes the cold weather hits them hard, so.
so many days in a row really makes
Mhm.
it. The ground just keeps freezing a little deeper and a little deeper.
The other thing, the sewer plant, everything's been going pretty good down there. I know we got a few issues that we need to go over, but everything, sample's been looking pretty well down there and stuff. The grinders, I got a few more grinders on our list now, kind of came up, in the process of, like Goodall's there, his grinder messed up the other day, we pumped it down, but, I think I got an issue inside the control panel, which, you know, with me working hours before it gets dark, it's kind of hard to work in the control panel at night, so probably over the weekend if I get to that. Couple floats I gotta change out on, a couple other ones too. But we still, you know, got our regulars that we've been having to take care of, we've been keeping pumped down and stuff until we figure out what's going on with the other part of what we're trying to do. So basically, that's all I got on that part.
And Park and Cemetery, then.
I have nothing to report this month.
Unless you got something to say, you're the only citizen that's not on. You got anything? Okay.
I just ordered those books and, passed them out for look at.
Right. Motion to adjourn, we'll be in order. We will have a closed session after,
I second.
motion made today, on favor